Welcome to Paris. 10 essential things not to do in Paris, especially if you're coming to Paris for the first time. Well, I guess, first of all, don't come in November. I guess most probably this is exactly what you're going to get. It is raining, I don't have my umbrella, so let's see how much we can film outside with such a lovely weather in Paris. Right, at least I sorted my lunch. I'll try, guys. I will try to film outside, but the weather is like... I'm the only person without umbrella around here. Okay, unfortunately, this is what we have for now. Alright guys, I really tried my best. It's like raining non-stop, so that's why, okay, I'm taking you inside, and here we're going to talk 10 things, essential things you better never ever do in Paris. Let's dive in right away. Alright, after a very successful day, it's time to relax. Me personally, I will be studying French by watching sort of Netflix, which is LingoPie for learning languages. You can simply learn the language you want watching your favorite TV shows and programs and listening to some music on the language you are learning. LingoPie, it's 9 languages and more than 3,000 TV shows and movies. And all of this is included in your subscription. And now my personal experience. I spent my evening watching behind YouTube. Of course, I was watching behind YouTube just in French. What was really cool about LingoPie platform that you have both subtitles, one in French and one in English, so you see what the actors are saying in real time in both languages. And also really cool feature that on the right side of your screen you have the dialogue line by line, so you can just click on that dialogue and check what the actors they were saying. Thank you so much LingoPie for providing me with such an amazing way to spend my rainy weekends now, and thank you so much guys for watching this video and for checking out the products I am recommending. Guys, you know me, I would never share with you something I don't like or don't enjoy or don't use myself. So all the information you will find in the description to this video, and please share your experience of learning your new language in the comments to this video. I will be really happy to discuss it with you. From my own experience, it's so important to have lots of fun when you're studying a new language, and with LingoPie you can definitely do it. Plus, first of all, you have 7 days of absolutely free of charge trial period, and after that you can always use my special code to get that amazing offer. Let's learn some languages together and improve our lives. Number 1, and do not overplan. One of the easiest things to do in Paris is to plan to do way too many things. Obviously, here is going to be too many sites you want to see and too many things you want to do. But trying to fit everything in, especially if your time here is so limited, it can be a big mistake. I know from my own experience, trip to Paris can be exhausting. So my best advice here, try to pace yourself. You will always find that there is so much walking in Paris, always involved. Usually, when I go for a walk in Paris during my weekends, when the weather is slightly bit better, the least steps I'm doing is 30,000 steps per day. 30,000, guys. No less. Number 2, and if you watched one of my previous videos from Rome, I keep repeating it all the time I'm traveling to any new place. Guys, when you coming to Paris, forget about high heels or any sort of uncomfortable shoes. Please guys, no uncomfortable shoes in Paris. Just find the most comfortable shoes you have and wear them all the time you are in Paris. Another important thing, do not use taxi in Paris. You better do metro or walk instead. I would always recommend using metro in France and especially in Paris instead of hiring a taxi. And please avoid the horror of driving in the city yourself. don't do this. Do not rent a car in Paris. Metro in Paris will be also a great part of your experience, and also it's quite cheap here, even compared to London. And it will get you all around the city. Single ticket for metro for underground in Paris will cost you about 2.1 euros. What I usually do when I come to Paris for a weekend, I know I'm gonna walk a lot around the city. I'm usually getting 10 single tickets, putting them all in my pocket and use as often as I need to use them. I don't recommend you buying any like weekly pass or monthly pass. I guarantee you will not use it. And super important now. Number 3, and do not throw away your ticket before you physically exit the station, your final destination. If you purchase a single ticket, do not assume that while you're behind the barrier, you don't need your ticket anymore. This is so wrong in Paris. You might be required to show your ticket at any time during your journey. At some stations, you will also need your ticket to exit through the barrier at the end of your trip. So make sure that you hang on your ticket so you have your physical ticket in your pocket until the very end of your journey, until your very exit from the station. Number 4, and my favorite one. Do not assume that everyone speaks English, even in Paris. No. And even if English is spoken, an attempt to say a few words in French is far not a bad idea. And it is usually very welcomed by French people themselves. They really appreciate when you're trying to speak their language just even a little bit. Number 5, and learning from my mistakes, guys. Try to avoid visiting France at the very end of Tour de France race. If you're planning to visit Paris to see the final sprint down Champs-Élysées, I noticed it quite a few times, so learning from my mistakes. You will get away quite fast and will be not really pleasantly surprised how busy the center of Paris can be. And not just tourists, but also locals, unfriendly place. Number 6, and here I would talk about your safety. Guys, also from my own experience, do not book your accommodation in Paris too far from the tube station, from subway station, metro stop. I made this exact mistake last year and I was so not happy with the consequences. I highly recommend you guys to book your accommodation in Paris as close as possible to a metro station, or just with a very short walk from that metro stop. Number 7, and another essential one. Do not plan your visit to Louvre on Tuesday. If the Louvre Museum is the exact place you wish to visit when you're in Paris, do not go there on Tuesday, because it's closed. Vital things to prepare before you're visiting Louvre in Paris. First of all, have a plan of what exactly you want to see there. Think about guided tour, as it's the best way to see all the highlights of that place. Book your tickets in advance, and better with skip the line option. Always do it online before your trip. Very important. Avoid that pyramid entrance, which is the busiest entrance of all. And attention, the museum, the Louvre is also open from 6 p.m. to 9:45 p.m. on Saturday, on the first Saturday of each month. Free of charge entrance for all visitors. Number 8, and I see this advice in many sources. Well, it's yes or no, but still, guys, if you can't stand a lot of heat, avoid visiting Paris in August. Some people believe that this is the worst time to visit Paris. Paris can be excruciatingly hot summer month, and especially in August. All the shops are also closed this time of the year, so if you're coming to Paris to do a little bit of shopping, that's gonna be a disaster for you. Number 9, guys, and I really have to mention this, but please be careful when you're coming to Paris and avoid this sort of scams. Unfortunately, Paris is the city where a lot of scammers operate on a regular basis, hoping to rip off unsuspecting and unprepared tourists. Guys, I've never ever had this sort of experience, but I witnessed quite a few times exactly how it's happening. And the key scam here, of course, pickpocketing. And I saw quite numerous occasions with these pickpockets going around the crowd trying to, and sometimes stealing, tourist wallets. The main advice here, guys, please, please, please be extremely careful here all the time and don't leave your belongings out of your view at all. Guys, also, I know it looks so funny and cool to wear beret when you're in Paris. Guys, do not do it. When you want to take some pictures wearing that red beret next to Eiffel or somewhere else, take those pictures. Take it off. Don't go to the metro, don't go to the underground wearing this beret. It's like, for you it looks fancy and cute. For the pickpockets and criminals here, it's like it's signaling you're a target. I'm an American, come here and rob me. Guys, I keep seeing and hearing this all the time. Do not, under any circumstances, wear this, especially red beret on your head all the time. Do not. Same with your wallets. Try to use as much as possible all this, like Apple Pay, your Google Pay, or your credit cards or something. Do not have a massive stack of cash with you. Just have a limited amount. Use your phone for payment or credit card for payment, just one of them. Another typical scam I've heard about happening in Paris is a bracelet or a ring scam. It's a scam when you might be approached by a man trying to put a bracelet, like a wool string, around your wrist. Once he has your hand, he will wrap this bracelet or a ring around your wrist or around your finger, and at this point another man will approach and they will demand a payment for that bracelet or ring. They might even pull it so tight to close your blood circulation, and they will refuse to undo it until you pay. Really, guys, watch out for those group of men having all these colorful bracelets or ringy things. They will always approach you smiling, pretending they're like trying to build some friendship with you. Do not put out your head. First, keep your hands in your pockets. Avoid any eye contact. And please, please, please refuse anyone in France, in Paris, to touch you. No eye contact and quickly walk away. That's it. The last one, but also really important, and unfortunately lots of specifically Americans falling for this scam. It's called petition scam. During this scam, you will be approached by a group, mostly young female, holding very simple, innocently looking clipboards. They will very politely ask you if you speak English, and after, of course, you will say yes. They will politely ask you to complete this petition and sign it after. The scam here is that while you signed, they will ask for donation. And they will tell you that, of course, you just agreed on it by signing this petition. Or even worse, while you're completing this petition and signing it, some other females from this group will gently check your pockets and also your backpack. And our last one, but far not least, number 10, and please forget, do not follow any of your diets when you come to Paris. You know that Paris and France in general is so famous for its delicious, world-famous cuisine, and coming to Paris, just forget about it for a week. Enjoy those croissants, enjoy those pain au chocolat, have all these lunches, dinners in the best Parisian cafes and restaurants. Forget about everything. Have your dinner late, have that ice cream after your dinner, just let it go. Enjoy your life. You will come back home and you will start following the diet. Actually, all the Parisians and also Romans follow. And in my next video, I know that you liked my video about Romans who never get fat so much, so I decided to show you Parisian diet. Even with my weight, when I came to Paris, I felt a little bit overweight here, so that's why I asked around French ladies how they can keep fit and keep their figure, what they eat during the day, what sort of diet they're following. And this is exactly what I'm going to tell you in my next video. Not to miss it out, consider subscribing to this channel. Smash that like button. Let's make this algorithm to work together. And next time I will tell you everything about French and Parisian diet. I'll see you in 1 week time, guys. Love you so much. Love you so much. See you later. Bye. Bye from Paris. Au revoir.